Would you deem me a high value man?
Yeah, because we're boys, I forget that you're a beast. Like, I'll see you on stage and be like, who is that? Because I know my boy Nick, but I don't know that Nick.
I was the 12th baby in medical history that they've ever seen this happen to.
Like any other 12-year-old, Nick Santonastasso
One of the most inspiring people on planet Earth today.
enjoys football, skateboarding, and playing video games.
He's a global speaker, best-selling author, entrepreneur, and bodybuilder.
He is one boy who defies the odds.
For a long time, a lot of my strategy was let me become the best so I could be like, screw you, I'm way better than all of you. I think most of my success came from I feel inadequate, and so I'm just gonna overcompensate. I wanted to always be the best so I could be loved. The more you over-deliver, the more money you make. If you look around at the industry, a lot of these guys, they only post their highlight reels. It's all performance, and they don't even know that they're performing. These are two identities that's really changed my life. You have the judge and you have the scientist. Scientists don't let the data dictate their value as a human being. I looked at myself and I was like, wow, Nick, you've done a really good job but no legs and whatnot.
You're full government.
Full government.
I seen your face. I was like, he doesn't like it.
No, that's not the case.
We're recording this one as well.
All right.
Going.
Well, we're gonna go Kite Beach, go for a little cruise, and I'm gonna take you to get some food.
Great.
Right? Have you had breakfast?
No.
You had
It's
breakfast?
Ramadan.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. You're right. It is Ramadan. Will they even be open?
Yeah,
We'll figure it out.
The other people.
True. Well, they got to make money anyways, right?
Or it's not inclusive.
Yeah. True. So Hoss, let's go to. You want to eat now? Like, you know what?
No,
Hoss, 12 o'clock. So in 1 hour, let's go to that restaurant where Sheikh Hamdan goes. They've got a photo of Sheikh Hamdan and everything, and they're like, "Oh, he comes all the time and gets food."
dude, what are the chances that we have the best prince?
What are the chances?
We got the best prince.
We've got the best king and the best prince. Like the government, the even after the king, Sheikh Mohammed, we've got someone to just take it even further.
You know he's the future king, right?
No, that's a great one, Nick. Let me write that down.
So I'm planning a workout with Hamdan.
Okay.
I've had like 4 interactions with him.
Yeah.
And every time I get more comfortable. The first time, my first interaction, I had no idea what to say. I had no idea what the protocol was. I was scared. Like I was like,
I remember it was at Museum of the Future.
yeah, when I first moved here. Yeah. And then the last interaction was at the World Government Summit, and he popped out of nowhere. Protocol was coming to the left, and I was like, oh, that's Hamdan. And I was facing the opposite way, and I was like, I'm not gonna like spin around and like be like Hamdan. So like I kind of just stayed, and then he came up and like headlocked me. I was like, yo, and I was like, yo, and I was like, when are we working out? And he's like, whenever.
Who said this? He said, when are we working out?
No, I was like, well, he asked me to work out the last time.
Okay.
And then I was scared to ask to like, how do you connect?
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, bro, like, give me your WhatsApp.
Yeah.
So I didn't, I was like,
Instagram?
I follow it. And so this time at the World Government Summit, I was like, who do I connect with? And then he called over the Minister of AI. Do you know the Minister of AI?
No.
Minister of AI. So I will push, and then we'll do a workout sometime.
Wow.
But I just think it's incredibly refreshing that you have conscious leadership who works out, who does all the things.
Yeah.
Like standard is set.
Yeah. I had a chef that came to my house, and he was just cooking for us, and he works for the Royals, and he works for Hamdan's brother. And I asked him about Hamdan. He goes, everyone loves him. Everyone loves him. All the staff are super happy. Bro, the country's in great hands for the future. Great hands. And what I like is, usually succession happens to the first son. Hamdan's not the first son, I don't believe. They give it to the most capable.
Well, there's still something there.
I think it's the third eldest.
So they give it to the most capable.
Yeah.
What does that mean? So how do you so if you had a bunch of sons, how would you rate their capability?
Very easily. You could tell.
You could do?
Yeah, of course you could tell. You could tell. Come on, like, hey, that guy likes to eat food. He just wants to do that. This guy wants to, be a womanizer. He just wants to do that. And then you got one guy that's like business oriented and willing to learn, low ego, and you go, that's him.
That's him.
That's the one.
That's good.
Because it's the same thing with Abu Dhabi. Same thing with Abu Dhabi, actually. And even the progression of power from before them wasn't the first that was born.
He was a brother, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I tried to like study the line
Yeah.
with Mohammed bin Zayed, right?
Yeah. Super interesting. But, when we did a first do you remember when we first did our first podcast?
Yeah. Was it when I was visiting or I moved?
You were visiting.
That was the first time we did a podcast.
Yeah.
Nice. You have a totally different Nick now.
Like when we first did a podcast, you were visiting. You were like, yeah, we're leaving. And we got dinner afterwards.
Yeah.
I picked you up from Mo Vlog's house.
Yeah.
Did that video ever come out?
No.
Why? I was looking out for it. I was like,
No, they never used any of the content.
Yeah, I picked you
Even
up
the podcast. I did a podcast.
Have you seen him since?
No, I messaged. They don't answer me.
No way.
Yeah.
Bro.
And then when they were doing the Squid Game stuff, he like reached out and I just never answered.
Got it.
But bro, it took a decent chunk of my day to go there.
I know.
To go film content. Yeah. So yeah, those videos never came out.
Yeah, I was wondering. I was like, because you told me about the scissors paper rock one. I was like, where's that?
The food. Yeah, it was really good. It was really good content.
Ratmir was like, oh yeah, that one was good. That one would be good. And I was like, okay, I'm going to look out for it. It never came out.
Yeah, it never came out.
Strange. I don't know why.
But yeah, I was just visiting.
You were visiting and we went and got dinner afterwards and you were trying to suss this place out. You're like, oh wow, what is this? And look at you now. You're running the city basically.
Humbly. I think Dubai was UAE and Dubai was an environment that actually valued me for the man that I built myself into.
Yeah.
And when I say that, I think it's just, when you look at people in business and you're like, how'd you get there? And they just truthfully be like, hey, right place, right time.
Yeah.
I feel like Dubai and UAE for me was right place, right time in the sense that one of their initiatives is for Dubai to be the most inclusive, accessible place in the world. And then you have this American who has like a massive following, who knows how to articulate a message. And they were like, let's gamble on this one. Because when I moved, a lot of people don't know this, but when I moved to Dubai, I was fronting all of myself and my partner's expenses on our Amex. And the only source, I completely shut down my digital company. So we were only making revenue through speaking. And for the first 5-6 months was very difficult for me in Dubai. 5-6 months in, I remember being in that coffee shop, broken down, I quit, this is hard. There's nothing here. It's challenging. And that's when they put me on the World Government Summit stage. So I remember sitting in the coffee shop and Ratmer's like, bro, you're about to be on the biggest stage. Although it's not paid, there's going to be opportunities that come for that. It's going to open up doors. It's going to put you into the eyes of the world economy. And so they strategically put me on after Elon Musk because they wanted the room to be full when I spoke, but also they didn't know how well I could speak. They gambled on me. They're like, all right, he says he can speak. He's got a following. Let's see what's good. And then that's when I shared the People of Determination story about the bathroom, and it went mega viral. And
viral.
Crushed everything, all the other videos, by 100, 200, 500x, right?
It was almost the most perfect alignment and everything just crossed and went, oh, you know what I mean? It just exploded.
Yeah. And from that, I started landing way bigger deals. For example, I just trained HP, the company HP, their executive leadership team
in Seattle.
Where was I? It was in America.
Yeah, it was in America. I remember you landing that deal. We were talking about that.
Yeah.
I remember first when you were establishing that relationship, we were getting coffee, and Ratmi was doing it.
Yeah. So that came from Enrique, the CEO, seeing a 15-minute speech and be like, I want that guy to train my executive leadership on emotional intelligence. So that was a mega deal. And then from there...
You've done multiple now with HP?
Yeah, I'm going back to Denver to do one of their partners.
Oh, Microsoft was in Seattle. You did Microsoft as well.
No, I haven't done Microsoft.
Oh, you haven't done Microsoft?
No.
What was it in Seattle? You were going to Seattle to do something.
We have rehabs. I don't know, but I haven't been to Seattle.
Okay. My bad.
So...
I thought it was Seattle.
Yeah, so the World Government Summit was the catalyst to put me on stage in front of the world economy. And I think when you live in America, they do a great job of indoctrinating you that this is the only economy in the world and we're in the center of the world. But Dubai, UAE, this opens you up to the world economy. You're someone's got businesses out of Europe and China and Thailand, but all over. And so it just you access the world economy. So But it was difficult. The first 5-6 months of Dubai was very, very difficult for me. And then I hit a breakthrough.
Yeah.
Thank God.
And you've been riding that breakthrough.
Yeah. I've been riding that breakthrough. I think one of the things that I'm working on is literally asking for things or asking for help. So this goes to like deprogramming as like the guy with no legs of an arm. I felt like asking for help was weak. So I always wanted to isolate and be Superman and do it on my own. But now I'm at the point where, like, for example, old Nick would never ask the CEO of HP to be like, can you directly introduce me to your partners? It would mean the world for me. I would be like scared to do that, or I'd be like, oh, maybe I'm not worth it. So after HP, I literally text the CEO and I'm like, hey, it would mean a lot if you connected me with other CEOs that are your caliber, because I want to work with more people like you. And it's a way better introduction when the CEO of HP introduced me. Can you do that? Basically
asking for a referral.
Yeah. And being like, this would help me.
Yeah.
Not coming off in the frame of like, I have everything together and I'm a trillionaire, you know, like I think I've done a lot of performing versus authentically expressing. And so this is something that I'm going through right now as I'm deconstructing my whole identity, my brand, and my ego, in the sense that my whole life, this is going to go down rabbit holes, but like my whole life, just think about this. My whole life, I got praised for everything. I got praised for putting my shirt on. I got praised for getting on a chair. I got praised for eating. And so I fell in love with what external praise did for me. And so I built a lot of my life off praise. But what tends to happen is when you don't realize how addicted you are to praise, what happens the day they don't praise you? What happens when they like your podcast today, but tomorrow they're like, that's a shitty interview? Your whole nervous system and your whole identity is like, oh, maybe I shouldn't do the podcast anymore. Maybe I suck. Maybe I'm not a good interviewer. Maybe I should stop posting content. And then you don't do what you should be doing. So you realize like, oh, have I been performing or have I been expressing? And this philosophy that some people may challenge me on is, if you're not careful, praise is poison.
Wow.
And I'm not telling you to like not receive praise. And if you praise me, I'm not like, you're a drug dealer. Like, I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is, could you give yourself praise like other people praise you? I'm 29 years old and I'm just getting to the point, I probably did it 4 or 5 times now, where I looked at myself and I was like, hey, you've done a really good job with no legs and one arm, Nick. Like, I know business is hard and it has its ups and downs, but despite all of that, wow, Nick, you've done a really good job with no legs and one arm. Everyone else tells me that, but when has Nick told Nick that? I've never done it for 29 years. And so I'm in this process of building praise to myself and becoming friends with myself so other people don't have the keys to my nervous system. Does that make sense?
It makes a lot of sense.
So, and then I built a double-edged sword, because my brand, I'm Superman in my brand, in the sense that Nick always has the right thing to say, and he always runs up to the camera and do the thing you do. And I've never showed people like, hey, I struggle. I suck at this. I feel inadequate about this. And so I feel like I've missed out on a lot of connection with my boys. I missed out on a lot of connection with my team, my clients, because I've never shown like, hey, I struggle too. I'm messy as fuck. I feel inadequate. Like, I struggle with posting content and not posting content. And I feel like when people know that you're not Superman, they'll buy from you. They'll want to do more business with you. I need to humanize myself. And if you look around at the industry, a lot of these guys, they only post like their highlight reels, and it's all performance, and they don't even know that they're performing. Like right now, when I ask you the question of like, have I been performing or have I been authentically expressing? Could you pinpoint a bunch of areas where like, oh, I've been performing?
Me reflecting about myself or reflecting about you?
No, you about yourself.
Can I pinpoint places I haven't been performing?
Like you taking action and be like, oh, I was performing, versus just authentically expressing.
I'm not understanding it.
Okay. So, for example, you pulled up to my valet in a Maybach. Usually I'd be like, yo, let me get this Maybach. I'm gonna put it on my story. That would be performing.
Got it.
For me, because like I'm like, yo, like people are gonna think I'm cool because I'm with Redeem and he's got a Maybach. So for me, that would be a sense of performing. So like in business or with women, we do a lot of performing with women too, where it's like, am I authentically expressing or am I have a frame?
Got it.
Does that make sense now?
Got it. So you're saying you're stepping out of your integrity, stepping out of your character to perform rather than authentically express yourself.
Yeah.
And authentically expressing yourself always goes further because that is what God had made. When you do something out of your lane, you are not in your character. So it's not actually how God made you. I feel like it all comes back to God. To be honest with you, that's how I connect it. I connect to God. God made you exactly how you are. The more express how you are, the more it resonates with people because you're a God's creature. But if you try to be something you're not, it's all unauthentic and it doesn't go far.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. And I think for you, you're very expressive. Like you say things and then I'm like, oh shit. And it's just like, oh, it's just him, that's just the way he's expressing. So I believe that you have a lot of expressing versus performing. And I think that's why people like you.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
You're like, I would say you're one of my boys. Right?
Of course.
Like we weren't even supposed to do a podcast. We were supposed to just catch up.
Yeah.
I said, why don't we just do a podcast?
And then you over-leveraged me for a podcast.
Yeah, I was like, what?
I'm just kidding.
And then you're like, why are the cameras on?
Why? You guys don't know, but like here, I'm like, I'm handcuffed and strapped to this.
Yeah. I got, don't tell about the guy. There's a guy in front holding the gun to him as well. Don't you fucking talk.
Clip far.
Dance, monkey. You're a beast. And the thing is, we're boys, right? And we send each other the funniest voice notes. Can I just say our voice notes are hilarious? Do you ever go back and listen to our voice notes or is it just me?
Sometimes. If we're in conversation, I'll scroll up and be like, what do we have going on?
Yeah. Like, no. I'll literally...
The private one.
I'll literally listen to our voice note from the day before and I'll lose it laughing again, right? We're boys, right? Like, I consider you as one of my closest friends. And I forget, because we're boys, I forget that you're a beast. Like, I'll see you on stage and be like, who is that? Because I know my boy Nick, but I don't know that Nick. That Nick's great. Like, he's one of the greatest of all time. I remember when I saw you at a summit, you came off stage and you're like, you didn't know I could do that, did you? And I was like, I did not know. You can talk. You can move people, and it's crazy. It's crazy that you're just one of my boys and you can do that. And does that come from being at a disadvantage from birth where you had to go deeper than everybody else to be able to say things or be as great as, be an outlier, be greater than everyone else? Where does that come from?
Yeah, I think first it's deeply rooted in inadequacy. Yeah. So I wanted to always be the best so I could be loved. Right? It's like, why did Nick get tattoos? Because I wanted to be loved. And why did he work out? Because I wanted girls to like me. And why do I want to be good on stage? So like I can prove that I'm enough. And so I think for a long time, a lot of my strategy was like, let me become the best so I could be like, screw you. Like I'm way better than all of you. And then also I got the belief from Tony that the more you over deliver, the more money that you make. And so I was like, if I can provide more value than anyone else in the marketplace, I'll never have a scarcity of money. But I think I also fell in love with the art of speaking in the sense that, I mean, my mentor is Tony. So I get to see a guy speak on stage for 12 hours and like make people cry and make them feel angry. And then their breakthrough. And then they're like, you changed my life. And I'm like, what is that? So I think there's levels to speaking. Most people are speaking at the crowd. They're just like there to hear their own voice. And then there's people that are like really embedded and love the facilitation and transformation. So I think I fell in love with like breaking brains. Like I fell in love with like, how can I invoke the most amount of emotion and how can I allow them to do like 10 years of therapy in 1 year? And because of that, you get paid a decent amount of money. But yeah, I think most of my success came from like, I feel inadequate. And so I'm just going to like overcompensate. I think also I'm unwiring. So you see my keynote.
Mhm.
My keynote's a masterpiece.
Mhm.
If you think about it, it's almost too good in the sense that people are like, yo, I cannot do that.
I would hate to go after you. I would hate to go after you.
So, yeah, it's like almost too good.
Yeah,
and
it's so good.
What I've been doing now is being more messy and being less polished, like intentionally. So, for example, I did a virtual event for Mind Valley, and I came on there and I was like, hey, typically I would do like a perfect performance keynote. Do I have your permission to just share what I'm struggling with and some strategies that I'm using and how it could help you? But I'm really struggling right now. And the chat was like, yeah, like, who's this? Like, what
Can I
is
get a
that?
struggling?
Can I get a struggling? Type it in the chat. And so I kind of just shared similar things that I was struggling with and gave them some strategies, and there was no polished stories and there was no polished keynote. And you know what there was less of was performance anxiety. Like that I had to live up to this like certain standard. Now I'm just like, maybe you're going to like it. You don't like it. It's all good. So I don't know if I answered your question, but
doesn't matter. We're having an open conversation. Yeah. I'm sitting here with my boy. We're having an open conversation. It's not an interview.
Yeah.
So,
but even that's me going back to performance.
See? Got it.
Oh, am I answering the question right?
Yeah.
And was that a good enough answer?
Yeah.
You know, like it's unconscious. So it's so deeply ingrained in me.
Yeah. And you know, you showing that part of authenticity of saying, I don't know if I answered your question, people love that.
Yeah.
You go deep in people's hearts because then there's a chink in your armor, then they go, oh, he's human.
Yeah.
Like me.
Yeah. More chinks in the armor.
More chinks than armors. Shout out to my Asian girls.
That's another thing.
Yeah.
I find it. I love your thoughts on this. Right? If we're just bro to bro, right?
It is. This is just a chat of catching up with your bro.
So help me.
Yeah.
So would you
help me? What do you know? I need help. Remember?
Yeah. Remember
when Nick came to Dubai, I was like, bro, whatever you need, let me know. Like, you know, I can hook up with anyone, like anyone that I know. And then now I'm like, bro, what can you do for me? What can you do for me? All right.
So would you deem me a high value man?
Yeah.
So like I'm a high value man.
Yeah. Are you talking about in the women's perspective?
Yeah.
Yeah. What is a high value man? Provider, right? By the way, women love character, right? That's the main thing I'd say. Provider. And also, I know you get girls. I've seen some of the girls you've been with.
Well, let's dive down this rabbit hole.
Yeah.
So, okay, what's a high value man?
Are you still with that blonde?
Which blonde?
From Abu Dhabi?
No.
Okay.
What's an high?
Gorgeous.
What's a high value man?
Protector or provider?
There's no right or wrong answer.
I know.
Yeah.
We're just brainstorming here. High value man is
Does it have status?
Yeah. Status, protector, provider.
Financially good.
Yeah, financially good, which you're good.
Have a purpose.
Yeah, have a mission. Yeah.
So
on paper, that's what a high value man is.
So why do you think that I'm not flooded with like DMs of girls? Why do you think I'm not flooded with a bunch of chicks around me?
Okay.
Because I struggle with, it's like, oh, I built myself into a high value man, yet because I've looked like this could be a belief that doesn't work for me. It's like, I've made the money. I have the followers. I have the status. I crush on stage. I'm a provider, grounded masculine, yet there's not a line of chicks in my DMs like hard-eying over me. And then I struggle with like, well, shit, it's my body.
Mm-hmm.
So like, what would you say to your boy?
Okay. So, am I a high value man?
Yeah.
Protector, provider, charisma, laughing, whatever. Like, girls love it that I podcast. He listens. That's what they think. Why are my DMs not flooded with girls?
Well, I have the perception that they are of you.
Exactly. I had the perception that they are for you.
Let's keep performing.
Right? You know what I mean? Women, there was a TikTok I saw the other day, and the guy's like, "Man, we've all got women problems," and he was in a Rolls Royce, right? He goes, and he lives in Miami. He goes, "I rolled up. I've got the Rolls Royce. Sometimes I pick him up in the Porsche. I've got the house. I've got the career. I've got everything, but still, I get left on red." Okay. Still, blah, blah. So women, if you know the game of women, I think that's why postmen get paid. Mailmen get laid. Sorry, paid. Mailmen get laid. Right? It's not about the status or anything like that. And the game is so construed. It's so bad. And Andrew Tate really has a right on this one. These girls have been manipulated to think getting a $50,000 bag that costs $500 to make in Vietnam is better. If you ask a girl, would you like a guy that has a job 9 to 5, he's going to give you his loving attention, he's going to give you kids, or do you want the billionaire that's going to take you on trips, he's going to buy you a bag, you're going to have to fuck him sometimes when you go on holiday? They'll choose the guy with the bag. They've been manipulated to go with the guy that gives them a $50,000 bag that costs $500 to make in Vietnam, compared to the loving and affection of a child. So, on paper, yeah, you're right. And that's why I said to you, on paper, yeah. But in the world of women, it's such a construed and ruined system that you can't, the game's fucked. It's fucked. It's ruined. The game's fucked. We're all fucked. Honestly, Instagram's been great for me and you.
Yeah.
Instagram's been great for us.
Yeah.
But if I could choose, I'd delete it. I don't want social media. I would delete social media from humanity. It's been great for us.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't say that right.
It's definitely ruined. Yeah, it's ruined the game.
Yeah, like Instagram, social media.
Sides.
For both sides. It's been great for us. But if I could choose, I would remove it because it's ruined the game. It's manipulating these women to chase that Hermes bag rather than find the guy that you can settle with and have children with. So
I'm struggling.
It's fucked.
Yeah.
But okay, someone else also said to me, we've all got money problems and we've all got women problems. All at any level. Jeff Bezos has money problems. We've all got money problems and we've got women problems.
It's very interesting. And I also think it has to do with the country, the culture.
Yeah.
So for example, I've gotten to analyze how women interact with me in different cultures in different countries. So places like Colombia, girls are very grounded.
Love you there.
Yeah, grounded, feminine, and the attraction is higher there. And by the way, to make this known, money or not, I don't buy bags.
Yeah.
I don't do that. Like, I don't buy bags. I think the blonde girl that you're mentioning, the only gift that I got her during that time was hot chocolate from Sweden.
Wow.
And she was so grateful for the hot chocolate from Sweden. But I'm not like putting you on business in first class the first time. Like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You gotta earn your stripes.
Yeah, yeah. And
so just so everybody knows that, like, I'm not even, I can sit here and be like, oh, there's not a lot of girls. I'm still not doing crazy things to try to get girls' attention, you know? But yeah, so like Colombia, Russia.
Yeah.
But Dubai's been challenging. I almost isolate. Like, I almost don't talk to anybody.
Same. Well, I mean, Dubai is challenging for dating.
For everybody.
For everybody. Because this nerd that's never got girls when he was young, this nerd didn't have any friends, didn't get girls when he was younger, and he just knew how to code, has become a billionaire, and now he's having sex with women he shouldn't be having sex with because they're not on his level. He's peak, but he's like, oh, I never had sex. So, like Dr. Dre says, I just want to fuck bad bitches. For all the nights I never had bitches. Right? So now, you're like, why do I do this?
I like it.
So now these girls have a warped sense of reality where, by the way, Hoss, there's more beach that way. We don't have to do loops just in the same part of the beach. There's more beach that way. Let's go over there as well. So they have a warped perception of reality where they go, oh, listen, well, I fucked this billionaire, so I should only be doing billionaires now. Right? But look, the dating pool in Dubai is challenging. It's a very materialistic place. It's a very status place. And it's just who can, and it's women, bro. They're ruining it for themselves. They're going to end up being 40 and ugly, and the next, we are going to go for the younger guys. We want younger girls because we build value as we get older, and they go down as they get older. But bro, it's just so many brats. So many brats in this. You know, some water.
How was Bali for you?
Okay, so Bali's better. I'm actually going to Bali tonight.
Really?
Yeah. You see me going to Bali a lot.
Mhm.
I go every month. How's Bali for you? Because you did some talk there. I could have imagined you would have just melted so many women there, watching your talk.
Well, so I before I went to Bali, because I did Bali basically for that whole summer when I spoke there.
Yeah.
But I had seen this girl on my Explore page. I don't even know if I told you this.
No.
I got wrecked
What?
by a chick.
No way.
So, yeah, it's fine.
Okay, wait a minute. I knew you went into a hole recently
How?
because you're my boy.
Did I tell you?
You didn't tell me anything. You're my boy. And I can feel it, and I can sense it, and I can tell. When you go quiet, I know you're going through it.
On social?
Yeah.
Like everywhere?
Yep. like you're doing the necessity events.
Yeah.
The World Government Summits and stuff like that where you need to perform.
Yeah.
But you're not out swinging on branches, talking to everybody. You're not there mingling.
Yeah.
You went in.
Yeah, I did.
And I know you went into a dark place. Nobody told me. I just had a feeling and I knew it. I just knew.
Yeah.
Was it because of her?
That was a start.
Okay,
So essentially, I saw this chick on my Explore page, and I was like, I want that. And I was like, where does she live? And I was like, oh, Bali. I was like, okay, just, like throw that out in the universe. And so next thing you know, I find myself in Bali, and
You've been chatting?
maybe once,
Okay.
maybe not like crazy, just like she was in Thailand at the same time as me. And then she had a partner at the time, which I thought was respectful of like, hey, I have a partner. Partner wasn't really on social. And next thing you know, I'm in Bali and I go to the gym and she's there. And then we like start talking. And then next thing you know, she comes to my mastermind. And then next thing you know, she goes to Ubud with me. And next thing you know, she goes to Bangkok with me. And then we have this we have this conversation. Basically laid it out on the line.
So it got hot quick.
Yeah, but also not like, bro, I was playing it super safe. I want to be the safe guy, and I wanted to, not push anything and ruin the safety that I build. And I was being very, very conservative. And essentially I played a game at dinner where I was like, I don't want to guess. So let's play a game, desires, fears, and boundaries. I'll go first. And I shared all my desires, all my fears, and all my boundaries. And then we talked through them. I'm like, all right, you go. And so she shared her desires, her fears, and her boundaries. And one of the things was that she desired a healthy relationship. One of her fears was, I'm afraid once you know all of me, you're not going to want me. I didn't know what that meant. And then boundaries, she was like, we're in Bangkok. This is our last night. Like, I don't want to push intimacy. I was like, oh, fair enough. Fine. So we planned, she came to Dubai. She stayed with me in Dubai. And
Wow. From Bali to Dubai.
yeah, stay with me for a week in Dubai,
Where's she from?
Australia.
She's Aussie.
Yeah.
Which city?
I don't fucking know.
You didn't ask her.
No.
Oh, well.
No, I'll show you.
You got to know her, didn't
you? But this.
But you know what a cup size is. Don't know where a city.
So, but this whole time she's like, my love language is physical touch. From a drive to Dubai to Abu Dhabi, I'm lucky if she touched me once.
Cold.
Yeah. Cold, bro.
And just naturally like that.
Is it? Or is she like fucking with me? I don't know. I don't know.
Is she naturally like that?
I don't know.
I mean, you spend time with her in Ubud.
Well, she's like, I'm affectionate with like my daughter, but that's about it.
Okay, so
it's
she's
trauma,
mom.
a bunch of trauma too.
That was the first mistake.
Yeah,
Dating a
terrible
single mom.
relationship with her parents, like a bunch of red flags that I just kind of like ignored.
I dated a single mom. Big mistake.
Yeah. So, kind of rocky week. Like I was like, oh, maybe this isn't all that I thought it was. And then on Halloween, I had dinner planned. But during the day, it was like free. So I woke up that day and I was like, oh, like maybe I'll like surprise her with a movie. And I was like, hey, I booked a movie. She's like, oh, I booked a photo shoot. I was like, okay, like all good. And
Wait. She booked a photo shoot on Valentine's Day?
no, Halloween.
On Halloween. Sorry.
Halloween.
Sorry.
And
Are you cold?
You could turn it on. And she was like, she's like, are you cool with the shoot? I'm like, yeah, no problem. You know, like I didn't ask who, I didn't ask where, I didn't ask what. I was trying to be like the grounded, you know?
I'm cool with that.
Yeah, you know?
Yeah, I don't
inside,
care.
but my nervous system's like freaking out.
Yeah, I don't care.
And so, yeah, exactly. And I was like, well, I'm going to still go to the movie. She didn't like invite me to the shoot, right? That maybe would have been cool if she like invited me to the shoot or anything.
Okay.
Bro, she
sounds cold.
Bro, she leaves for 8 hours. She was gone for 8 hours.
Not answering her phone?
She texted me once of like, hey, sorry, like we went to, after we took jet skis to Burj Al Arab and I went to like this pool thing and yeah.
Okay.
And so I was like, oh, good, you know?
Yeah.
So then I'm like,
too.
I'm like, I'm like sleeping on the couch and it's like she comes in at night and she wakes me up and I'm already like tilted. I'm already like triggered and I smell alcohol. I'm like, I look her dead in her face. I'm like, were you drinking? She's like, no. I think it's like my vape, the smell of my vape.
She lied.
And so I was like, okay. And so like she goes to bed. I sleep on the couch because I'm like pissed. I'm spiraling. I find out that there was nothing that she was hiding on her stories, but she blocked me from seeing her stories on my main page. Bro, I brought you out. Like you're basically my chick. Like I brought you out.
Yeah. You're staying with me.
Yeah. So the next day in the morning, I'm like, yo, like, let's clear this energy. I was like, I'm going to ask you again, like, were you drinking? You know what she said to me?
What?
She's like, you asked me if I was drinking. That means like multiple drinks. Like I only had like one. To my face. I don't think I've ever got lied to by a girl like that. To my face. And then I was like, why'd you block me on your stories? She's like, I didn't block you on my stories. I'm like, you can't just like butt block something. Like that's not just like an accidental move. And so I was like, you need to leave. Like you need to get out of my place. And then she went in like whole victim mode. I'm like,
victim mode, exactly.
She went in whole victim mode and like,
you kicking me out.
Like so many guys in the past have kicked me out, and there's a lot of trauma around that. And and by the way, I've done a lot of personal growth work on myself. She was so good at being like, what does Nick need to work through? Like, what's coming up for you? Like, why are you so insecure? I know I'm a big personality. It's really hard to do. Like, bro, she like totally flipped it on. Like, I was like, am I an idiot?
Wow.
Like, maybe I have to go to therapy.
Wow.
She was so good at it. So I sent her home.
Toxic.
Sent her home. And she got home and like thanked me for the trip. And then I kind of like didn't talk to her for 4 days. And then she was like, yo, like, what's the energy? Like, I miss you. And I just sent her like a 5-minute voice message of like, hey, like, I need someone who wants to co-regulate with me, right? Not just one person regulating, but people taking ownership and like identifying our needs and our love languages. Like I was really serious about the girl, which I like an idiot. And she'd never responded to that voice message till this day. Just prayer emoji did. Do you want to see her? You want to see what she looks like?
I've got a lot to say about this. Yeah, show me.
You've probably seen her in Bali.
What, she's famous? Okay,
Yeah.
show me. Oof. Follow back. He's not even following her back.
No.
Okay, so you know what this is? You know what this is?
It's my favorite.
She's gorgeous.
My favorite.
She's gorgeous. She's gorgeous. This is what we call a bikey girl in Australia. Okay? You know those bikey guys, like the Hells Angels?
Yeah.
Yeah. These girls... And look, I know people, oh, you can't judge by photos. I can. I grew up in Australia for 30 years. I know what all the girls look like.
I should have texted you. Fuck.
Yeah. These are the girls that go to these biker clubs where all these 50, 60-year-old gangsters and they dance on poles. By the way, this girl's filled with tattoos. Like her whole body's filled with tattoos. This is that kind of girl. Filthy. Of course she's a single mom. I didn't even know she was a single mom, but looking at that photo, I knew she would be a single mom. Toxic. I don't know how you even fell for that. There was nothing pure about that.
So
there was something that made you ignore all the red flags.
I was able to, I was able to activate through all of that. There was glimpses of pureness. There was very glimpses of that innocent, sweet, little loving girl, and then the mask would come back on.
Yeah, of course.
And I was just hanging on to that small percentage of the real under all of it.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, so that wrecked me. Because I don't think I've ever. Because then I'm like, maybe I am like an insecure man. Or maybe I am like not good looking.
She
Or
got in
maybe-
your head.
Yeah, she crushed me. So that was my my whole.
So, well, that was the start of your whole. We're gonna get
Yeah.
into that. We're gonna get into that more. But I just want to comment on this. Men are in love. Women are in business. Men genuinely want to find a woman to have kids with and take care of them. That's what we do. Women are just in business. How much can I milk him and get out of him and move to the next thing? It's fucked. Honestly, I'm telling you.
You think they're all like that?
I think, you know, that I don't want to say all.
Yeah.
They're not all like that. There's some
Because we need hope.
There's some pure angels out there.
Because we need hope.
Yeah, we need hope. But what, going back to my comment about social media has turned a lot of these girls into those girls. And I've got girls that are like, I can do all that. You I broke a girl's heart who was the purest soul. And I apologized to her. I said, I'm sorry, I didn't want to break you. She said, you don't need to apologize. You were clear with me that you didn't want any relationship. I was trying to change you, right? But she's like, I don't do that. I don't go to these clubs and whatever. You don't think I can't? I can go shake my ass and get a bag. I can go on these holidays. You think I haven't got this offer before? 50,000 to go to Maldives? Of course I can. You know, so there are girls that resist that. But once you say yes to it, it almost tarnishes your soul. And then not only that, I know a girl that this happened to, and she just doesn't expect anything else. So what I mean by that is, okay, when a girl makes $50,000 to go to Maldives with a guy for 3 days, it warps her reality. When it warps her reality, then that is her new standard. And it's normal for her now. So then that's what she expects. So it's not, I'm going to do it once and it was once only. It doesn't exist. Once it does it once and you see how easy the money is, then you just go chase it. Then you become that person. So that's what happened here. I'm going to show you a photo, right? Of a girl's story the other day. And I'm going to send it to the video editors so they can put it on there as well. I think I may have even deleted it because it pissed me off. No, there it is. Look at this. Okay. We're not going to mention her name. This is on her close friends. First date standards. Officially upgraded a dinner and an iPhone. # slay. New baseline unlocked. Cancel the bare minimum. This is a first date. Ugh. This is a first date. This guy gave her an iPhone on the first date.
But that's beta shit, right? It's like
100%.
cuck.
100%. Now she'll go and meet a guy who's her soulmate and he'll be like, hey, let's catch up for a coffee. I don't do coffee dates.
Or send me flowers first. So
Yeah.
that,
And it's like, yo, do you want to be with me and find love and have children? Or are you more interested in me or the restaurant? Like, I'm just trying to get to know you and have coffee, but you want to go to this restaurant and take photos. I can talk about this all day because it grinds my gears, bro. Everyone's got women problems. Everyone's got women problems and money problems. As rich as you are, everyone's got money problems. I've learned that from podcasting with so many people.
Yeah.
Millionaires, 100 million, blah, blah, blah. Everyone's got money problems.
What do you mean by money problems at that level?
Well, I asked him, I said, what about Jeff Bezos? He wouldn't have money problems. He goes, yes, he does. He goes, when you bowl at that level, he goes, you think having assets is good? If I give you $10 million, it's going to go in 3 years. You need cash flow and you need to continuously be investing and stuff like that. So, I don't know.
Like maintain the lifestyle too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got a jet. Okay. Now you got to park it. You know?
Got a favorite pilot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you're making, you've got a lot of money. You're rich, right? Yeah.
Knows.
You're rich, right?
Knows.
I know. I know you're rich. You're making money, right? And for someone else, I wish I could get there. But I'm sure you got money problems where you think, I could have been doing more, I could have been whatever. But for somebody else, you know, fuck, I wish I could be making that money. He gets paid what? To speak what?
Yeah. That's another thing too that I'm working through. My coach told me, by the way, I'm a big believer too, if your coach doesn't have a coach, you need a new coach. So everybody should be having advisors. You don't need to call them a coach. You can call them an advisor, right? Like everybody needs someone pouring into them.
Consigliere in the mafia.
Like the analogy too, and I don't have knees, so this would be a funny analogy, but if you're really good at what you do, right? But if you were a really good knee surgeon, would you operate on your own knee?
You can't.
You couldn't hold it straight. You couldn't be able to, because you can only see so much. And so I believe that's why everybody should have outside voices that they value, that they think are valuable. And my coach,
especially, sorry to interrupt you. I dated a psychologist. Psychologists must have a psychologist because people go and throw everything on them and they need to go and talk it through.
It's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm working with my psychologist or psychotherapist, OG, and talking about, he was like, if you're always focused on just stacking more chips and stacking more wood, like eventually like you're going to get eaten by the wolves, in the sense of this whole chasing like more money and the next level. Like it's exhausting too. And so I don't really know what the answer to that is. But the analogy he gave me was like, okay, if you have $1 billion and you're on an island and it's just you, like, what the fuck are you going to do? Like, weave another basket? He's like, what else? You know? So I think I'm trying to work on at least, thriving for more, but also like enjoying life. I think for 9 years of entrepreneurship, I've spent more time like trying to grind and work on business versus like, oh, my boy, you know, like doing, like just being a human.
Yeah.
So I try to do human things now.
Yeah.
I go bowling a lot now.
No way.
I have my own ball,
No way.
custom ball, and it has a weight in it.
I think I've seen you actually go bowling with Jaguar.
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 Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to go bowling sometime?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. So I try to do human things now.
Sick, bro. It's so good for the brain.
Yeah.
It's so good for the brain, man. We need to go out and do things. Okay. So yeah.
How's everything? Were you selling businesses and?
Yeah, I've got my gyms on the market. I'm selling it, but no one in Australia has money. So, because I'm selling 12, right? So it's not like 300, 400,000 for one. So yeah, I'm trying to sell all my businesses, trying to bring some money here and, start my next chapter in life, start building here.
What are you doing here?
Nothing.
So
I've got the trading platform.
Okay, we'll talk about that. But I'm saying you're just living from cash flow on the businesses.
All in Australia. All my money comes from Australia, and obviously the trading thing. The trading's amazing. But that's it.
I trade gold.
How good?
I'm a MetaTrader.
How good? MetaTrader 5?
Yeah.
How good?
Trading gold. I liquidated some accounts.
Did you?
I was up a little bit, and then I liquidated.
See, the key is to get in and out.
Yeah.
The key is to get in and out, right? Like, you want to do a trade now? Let's do a trade now.
You have woman hair on your phone.
I know.
You gotta hide that.
I know. Sorry. XAU trade, right? We're gonna buy it, right?
You didn't even look.
I didn't even look, right? This is how you do it, right? This is how you do it. This is how you do it. Watch this.
Is this real or no?
No, this is real. This is
Are
real.
you 100% real?
100%
It's not
real.
a prop account.
100% real, right? No, you know why it's not a prop account? Because there it says live. It doesn't say demo. When it's a demo,
You didn't even look at the chart?
No, because I know what I'm doing, right? I know what I'm doing, Nick. I know what I'm doing.
Are you sure it's like negative 50 grand? What lot size was that?
10. 10 lot size.
But you need room.
Yeah, I know. But just give us some breathing in, Nick.
Can I see the chart at least? You're not even letting me look at the chart.
Give me some breathing in. I'm freaking out. You think I'm not freaking out?
You didn't even look. Why didn't you? I don't even know how to use the app.
There we go. Of course, hitting it. I probably should have shorted it.
You probably should have looked at the chart before you did by yourself.
I probably should have shorted it. Yeah, but okay, watch this. See this? Okay.
I tried the strategy. I got wrecked.
Did you? You just wait. You just wait until it hits blue and then you close it. That's it. You're supposed to get in and out. You're supposed to just get in and out.
Yeah, but you need room.
I know you need room, but you just, like, look at this, okay?
Is there a ratio to, like, how much money you have in the account based on what lot size you're going to use?
10%.
10% of the account?
Yeah, 10%. That's
because then you have room to do that.
Correct.
Because if you had $1,000 in the account, you already liquidated.
Of course. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's why it's so much easier to make money when you have money. Look at that. Okay, see?
You're even right now.
Okay.
Oh!
Okay. And here's the best trader. Swipe up. You guys don't learn how to trade like me,
guys. If you here, show them the negative. Right?
Wait. But hey, it was positive before.
No, show them no. This is the 0 to hero. So show them where we are now.
Okay.
We're negative $1,500.
Yeah, negative 1,500. All right. By the way, if it goes like this, you know what you also do? You can also start a short position next to it.
The other side.
Yeah. So then you can always write it up because then you'll like here, we're going to start another position, right? And we're going to buy it. We're going to do another one.
Not enough money because you're going, G.
Because I'm going. Got it. Okay. We're going to watch it. We're going to watch it. Okay. And try not to cry. We're going to watch it and try not to.
Bro,
we're going to be okay. We're going to be okay. We're gonna be okay. Okay. Okay, let's just change that to 5. All right, there we go. No, why did I do that one? Ah, here we go.
Wait. What happened? Why did you...
Here we go.
Yeah, but why did you... You
Well,
just took a loss.
Well, yeah, I know, but I should have done the other way. That's why I should have done buy. I did sell. So I'm just going to close that, and then this will bring it back. So if you're losing, you can always just jump on there and just like start like if it goes to -20, it was like minus $2 grand, $4 grand, whatever it is. You can start another buy position from there and wait for it to come back.
If it comes back.
If it doesn't come back, then it goes the other way. Then that means the first trade will go into profit.
Wait, so you would do a sell?
No, so this has gone down.
Yeah.
So I would start a buy. Sure. If it goes the other way, correct. Yeah, if it comes back. Sure. But you could do a sell, like I just did there before. Don't worry.
Okay.
Don't worry, I got you. Don't worry.
This is your...
Hey, wait, yo, give me some money, I'll trade for it. Okay, so I want to talk about the hole that you were in.
Yeah.
Okay? What is... I want to talk about the hole that you're in, right?
The hole that we're in.
The hole that we're in. We're in a big hole right now. We're in a big hole. No. It'll be all right. Let's just not look at it.
Yeah.
After food, okay?
Yeah. Really?
Yeah. Well, no, 10 minutes, 5 minutes, okay? By the way, do you want to eat now or like 12:30?
No, good. We're still jamming.
Yeah, so just keep talking. Yeah. Hoss, we're going to eat later, like 12:30 maybe, another 45 minutes. So let's just go back on the beach side. Beach is just over there. That was the start of you getting into the hole. By the way, a lot of the holes that we get, Hoss, next time, just go straight. Go with the traffic. Don't do something that extreme, and then we'll take the next U-turn. All right? A lot of the holes that men get into is to do with women. A lot of men commit suicide, and I see it. Bro, I was with one girl for 9 years. We were engaged. We broke up. You had a big relationship as well, 5 years or something, right?
Yeah.
A lot of guys kill themselves because of women. So that was the start of your hole. What else contributed to your hole, and how did you get out of that hole? The main thing is, how did you get out? Because that's where we can learn.
Yeah, interesting enough, I'm still in it. And let me break this down. So when I was, and a lot of men will benefit from this. When I was a kid, I didn't have time to I didn't have time to be in the hole. I didn't have time to feel emotions. I didn't have time to throw pity parties because I needed to always perform, and I needed to build and be the guy, right? So I actually never gave myself any space to actually process and feel the emotions. So now, instead of being in a hole, I'm like, what's the gift and what's the strategy? I'll just stay, and I'll just feel it, and I'll ask, like, where is this coming from? Why is this coming from? And yeah, I'll just kind of validate the emotion, and I'll be like, yo, it's okay. Like, you're feeling like this, and I'll kind of counsel in my head, because if you don't, you're always just pushing it down, and then you're numbing it with work, you're numbing it with other things. You can go down the list of all the things we numb ourselves with. So I'm still in it, and the reason, at least for me, I thought suffering was like good or bad. But then you learn, like, Buddha's first teaching was life is suffering. It wasn't life's great. His first thing was like, life is suffering.
And suffering, rule number 2, suffering comes from desires and wants.
Exactly. So there's nothing wrong with, I always thought there was something wrong with me being in a hole. So I tried to get out of the hole fast. But I'm like, no, there's nothing wrong. Like, let me face my suffering and get curious. Why are you suffering? what are your desires that are making you suffer? Like, what do you want that you don't have? Or what do you want that you think you need? And so instead of me just like getting out of it and go, of course I have to do business and all the different type of stuff, but now I'm more curious to face the suffering and just sit with it. And to extract wisdom from it and to see where it's coming from. So what I've realized through sitting in the suffering is that when my money's up, I feel like the man. When my money's down, I want to kill myself. Like when business is up and everything's great, it's like, oh, I'm the G, you know?
Yeah.
And then when shit is like not hitting or not going the way that you want, I've dictated a lot of my self-worth on the ups and downs of money. And that's not healthy.
Yeah.
Right? So now I'm learning to be good regardless of what season I'm in. That's more important. So I think a lot of us have built our foundation on like shaky ground. We built it on like superficial things make us feel certain about ourselves. And when those strip away, when it's quiet, when maybe the account's not growing, maybe when the money's not growing, when the business isn't doing the thing you want to do, when there's not a bunch of chicks in your DMs, who are you then? And
a dog. A dog. When I'm there and the money's not adding up and it's not going in the right direction and shit's missing, I'm swinging and it's missing and the girls are down and I'm the inner dog comes out.
Does it?
And I'm just like, I'm a dog, like savage. Put a mattress on the floor, I sleep.
Yeah.
Every night.
Yeah.
A mattress on the floor, I don't give a fuck. I'm a dog. Like, I'll go to the bottom.
I like that. That's
you know
dope.
what I mean? I'll go to the bottom, no issues. I'll revisit the bottom. I'll see you again.
That.
Even when you leave, I'll see you again.
I didn't know about that about you.
Yeah. Yeah. Please continue.
When was the latest bottom?
Bro, last year was a tough year.
Was it? Because I had no idea.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, even this, like, if we don't talk, we both think like, yo, he's a billionaire.
Yeah.
You know, like
he's killing it.
He's got all the girl. Like, if we don't talk, because I think we're talking about how social media ruined women. Social media also ruined entrepreneurs because everybody thinks everybody's printing all the time.
Yeah. True.
So then when you're not printing, you're like, I suck.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Would you agree?
100%. And and it ruins it. Like everyone looks rich.
Yeah.
Everyone looks rich on Instagram and then they're like, hey, let's do a podcast. Yeah, sure. I'll come to your house and pick you up. And I see the house. I'm like, this is where you live. Like, you're giving it the big one on Instagram with the Richard Milles and the Ferraris and the Lambos, and I'm coming over here to pick you up.
Yeah.
Everyone's faking it. Not everyone. Like, a lot of people are faking it, right? Performing. Yeah. Last year was a tough year for me, business-wise, because my insurance company, new legislation came, and we were doing $500,000 a week in revenue. Then we started doing 180,000. Now, a lot of people say, bro, you're still doing 180,000 a week in revenue. That's incredible. No, because the expenses that I have are huge. We've got 1,000 cars and 100 staff and stuff like that. So we're trying to save that business.
Mm-hmm. Which business is that?
Insurance.
Okay.
I would have been a lot richer if I stayed in Australia. If it then come to Dubai, a lot richer because I know,
like boots in the ground, like pulse or
no, because I know how to ride that bike. I know how to make money. I know how the system works. I've been able to work the system to my favor to be able to. I had daycares that I was opening, which I canceled everything and moved to Dubai. Here it's a new bike. It's a different bike. It's a different bike to run here and you know, in Australia, here to make money you need money. In Australia, you don't need money to make money. You can manipulate things and connect things. And that's because we've got leverage. In the Western world, there's leverage. Here, it's all cash. But it's a different...
And saying like real estate and stuff?
No, in terms of like just setting up a business. Right? I remember when I first bought my first gym, nobody would give me the money to buy a gym. They say, you're not even a PT.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, but I've got this insurance company. We're doing $500,000 a week in revenue. Yeah, but what do you know about gyms? I was like, yeah, okay, I get it. But, you know, banks wouldn't give me the money, right, to buy my first gym. Because then I rebranded it to my own. Now I've got 12. So what did I do? I went to a loan shark who charged me 18% interest rate, right? Mm-hmm. I didn't even pay 1 month's worth of loan repayments on that. Because soon as I bought it and the business was under my name and I had this very expensive debt, then I reapproached the bank saying, I'm a business owner that already owns this gym with a very bad, heavy debt. Oh, wow, you've got a heavy debt. Yeah, let's refinance that for you and make that cheaper so you can pay us back easier. right? So you work the system, you manipulate the system to open the door to then go there. Does that make
So
sense?
you're able to give his money back.
Straight away.
Yeah.
He-
They took it over.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, sure, I'll give you the money. It's high risk, but it's 18% interest rate.
Yeah.
Oh shit, 18%. But then the bank's interest rate is 4%. So I will go and do the high risk, and now I'm not a new client trying to buy a gym. I'm a gym owner, existing gym owner that has been running this gym with a very expensive debt. So you just know how to manipulate the system. While here, it's different. It's a different bike to ride. And here, it's a lot of internet money. So I'm learning that, and I like that challenge, bro. I guarantee you in 5 years, I'll know how to ride this bike better than riding the bike in Australia. And I was always going to get fucked in Australia anyways. They were going to fuck me with tax anyways. They were going to keep all the crackheads alive anyways to break into my first nice car I ever bought was a Bentley Flying Spur. Got broken into 3 times in the first month, and I guarantee it was probably the same criminal because it was the same location, same window every week, same window.
Jeez.
You know, because here, if you commit a crime, they take you, they deport you, they remove the crime at the source.
Yeah.
But over there, they'll just put you inside with all of your family, and then when you come out, you're back doing the same thing. So one criminal will do 1,000 crimes in his career.
Yeah.
So, yes.
New bike.
Everybody that comes here, even Jewel, you know Jewel, Sartorius Shooter.
Yeah.
Even Jewel, when he came here, he was near bankruptcy. He's talked about it on my podcast. You know, everyone's like, yep, as soon as we come, we're near bankruptcy because nobody knows how to ride the bike. You're new. So you run out of all this money. You're flexing. You're doing this. You're doing that. You're starting to run out of money. And then you go, okay, bang, something hits and you go up. So it's normal. Everyone comes to Dubai. They freak out like you did at the beginning.
Yeah.
Do you still have that stress freak out or no? Do you see a clear path for you here now?
I have a clear path. It's still rocky, like the internet stuff, right? I'm rebranding and launching new digital programs because when I moved to Dubai, I put a pause on the digital company.
Yeah.
So before I moved to Dubai, digitally, with like my coaching and my masterminds, I was doing anywhere from like 150 to $250,000 a month.
Wow.
And then I put that on pause.
And that's like no expense.
No, very little.
Yeah.
Right. But also I bought a $1.5 million house in Boca Raton. My mortgage was $12,000. I was like going crazy.
That was a beautiful house.
Yeah.
Did like Messi live close to Dubai or something? Like, wasn't it in?
No, not that crazy. I'm not that level.
It looked like that. It looked like Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah, it was sick though.
It was sick.
Yeah. So
right on the.
I have the numbers on my phone of like what we were doing. So we put that on pause. So now I'm about to launch my new funnels and my new machine that I'm building. So I'm excited about that. But the other thing, did I tell you about the festival I'm creating?
No.
Have you seen the announcements? So I'm creating the largest festival in the world for people of determination.
Wow.
Called Podfest.
Wow.
People of Determination Festival. And
what do you mean festival? Like a rave?
No, like a celebration.
Okay. A party.
Yeah, a celebration. But essentially, Podfest will have multiple activations. So there will be a sports and esports activation. So adaptive sports, like para-jiu-jitsu, wheelchair basketball. Like there'll be a sports section. There'll be an esports. So we're getting video games involved and Twitch involved with adaptive controllers and stuff for the PODs. And then there's going to be like health and longevity. There's going to be an aspect of that. I think I may be doing something with Gary Brecka. So bring Brecka in to do like the longevity side of things. We're going to have tech. So all the latest tech for PODs and their caregivers. So essentially it's going to be this whole ecosystem of all these mental health outlets for PODs and their caregivers. But I'm creating in a way where everybody's going to want to come to it.
Yeah.
Right. So we'll have like keynote speakers. I want like, do you know Lewis Hamilton has a brother, Nick Hamilton?
Yep.
Nick Hamilton has cerebral palsy, also a pro driver. So I want like keynote speakers like that.
I thought it was autistic or something.
No, I think it's cerebral palsy.
Cerebral palsy, okay.
Right? So I'm going to make it so everybody wants to come to Podfest. It's not just for people of determination and their caregivers, but it's for everybody to celebrate. And
I love that. In Dubai?
Yeah, in Dubai, ideally January 6, 7. January 6.
Is it January 6, 7 next year?
Yeah, 2027.
And are we, is this like pod only or are we allowed to come as well?
What was it?
Is this a pod only?
No.
Oh, we allowed to come as well.
Well, you're PG too.
Oh, yeah, sure.
No, for everybody, right?
Okay, because I want to come.
Yes, for everybody. And that's what I want to make it. Like, for example, I want you to be able to come into Podfest and I'll be like, hey, put these gloves on and it's going to show you what limited mobility feels like in your hands.
Wow.
So you get perspective.
Wow.
Or like, here, go over here. We're going to like stimulate you so you know what it feels like to be overstimulated.
Wow.
So you're going to gain perspective on PODs and their human experience as well.
So you're going to create these booths of experiences for people to go in there.
Yeah.
You should make one for like pregnancy so they feel what it looks
They can feel
like.
it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good idea.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean,
so that's a clear path for me, is to essentially create Podfest, and then
sick.
who knows? There's a lot of plays there, whether we start licensing it out to other countries, like Jitex, right?
The government would love this, by the way.
Of course, right? So there's a move there. And then also with percentage of profits and proceeds, I'm going to start in UAE, but I'm going to start putting ramps where ramps need to be. I'm going to start giving people equipment, wheelchair equipment.
At your own expense.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So Podfest is a big one. And then I want to get in real estate here.
What does that mean? In what way?
No idea.
You want to buy, sell, you want to build, or you want to be a real estate agent?
No. I don't want to be a real estate agent. I want to be an investor.
Got it.
So like, whether it's off plan or even start with like one unit and start cash flowing it. And like, I feel like, and I'd love to know your thoughts. If UAE was like Bitcoin, I feel like we're at like 30K, you know?
That's a good point.
Like if we zoomed out,
That's a good
like,
point.
We're still early. Although like you see the houses on everything.
Yeah.
Buying a house is on the palm like 10, 15 years ago.
Bro, you know nobody wanted to buy it there? Did you know that?
Yeah.
Did you know back then they would be like, oh, you live there, it's a swamp. There was no currents.
Mm.
And it was like a smell.
Really?
Everyone was like, there was a smell because within the fronds, there was no current. So the water was stale. And they're like, oh, you want to live in a swamp? People would give each other shit for living there.
That's crazy.
I know.
And now?
I know.
Which frond are you on?
Which front are you on? No,
but the returns were insane. Bro, I love these villas, by the way.
Yeah, but you know the 100 million dirhams?
These?
Yeah.
Does Hamdan own one?
Probably.
I thought Hamdan had one of them.
I mean, it's his country, so if he wanted to, he would.
Hamdan, can I have one?
Yeah, Hamdan, can I?
It's a light 100 million dirhams.
Yeah. Did you ask him?
No.
Did you ask him for money?
No.
Have you ever asked him for anything?
No.
You haven't asked him for anything?
No.
Could you ask him for something for me?
No. What do you want? A passport?
100 mil.
Okay. US or dirham?
Either. Either. Just tell him that, listen, bro, just turn on that machine just for a minute and just give me whatever comes out of that.
Passport.
You want a passport, don't you? Is that the goal?
That'd be a cool... I like to set goals that people think I'm crazy and they're like, that's impossible.
Yeah.
So yeah, it'd be cool. I mean, I think there is a chance with the stuff that I'm doing with people of determination.
Yeah.
Enough contribution to the country.
Yeah.
But also, yeah, it's a crazy goal.
I mean, what I see would be if you were to get the passport, be a citizen, and then go and represent the country at the Olympics. That would be amazing.
Yeah, Paralympics.
That would be amazing.
I love this area too.
Yeah.
But yeah, so real estate.
So, okay.
So what are your thoughts? Isn't there, it's a pretty good system with like low interest, the interest is low.
So you want to get, so are you talking about off-plan payments? Like you want to pay like 1% a month or whatever it is?
I'm open to all the strategies. I'm still learning.
Do you want to buy one and hold on to it and then get a loan from the bank, stuff like that?
I've heard, I guess the best strategies are like these off-plan ones.
Yeah.
But you need a bunch of liquid, right?
Yeah.
You need to put like 60% up.
No, I mean, I've got one that I bought off-plan. I think I pay 20% and then I pay 1% per month.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's good, right?
Yeah. But I mean, I'm not making any money from it, so there's no cash flow. It's just sinking money right now. But if you do buy something...
But doesn't it go up even before it like finishes?
It's supposed to. Mine hasn't.
How's your trade? That's supposed to go too.
Mine's still sitting there. Oh, it's doing great. It's doing fantastic. Okay, so now you know what we do? We'll do a buy.
A buy? Or
yeah, we'll do a buy.
Be a sell?
No, we'll do a buy. Because
you bought though.
Yeah, we buy. So then So
you're doubling down on where you think it's gonna go.
Well, no, it's gone the opposite way. So when you buy it, it comes back. But like, the market moves like a crab. It doesn't move in a straight line, right?
Mhm.
So that's why. Just leave with me. We'll see at the end. We'll see at the end. You'll see.
I'll show you.
I'll show you. Okay, so how did you get out of it? So that was my main question because mentally you're very strong. Okay, and the thing is, we've all got disabilities, right? The difference is we can see yours, but we all fight with the demons inside, and I'd imagine your demons would be bigger than the normal person because from a young age you would always think to yourself, I'm different from everyone, right? And that's what makes you great, because you've been able to go to that level and build back up. So that's what I want to know from someone like you. How did you dig yourself out of that hole that you got into? Then we can learn how to do that for ourselves.
Yeah, I think I'm still in it, right? But I'm in a better spot. I think I've identified, at least for me, when I struggle, I tend to isolate. So you didn't see me. That's why you're like, yo, where's Nick? I isolated. And so now I'm overriding that pattern in the sense that I'm connecting and asking for help. So like I'm leaning on mentors, or I'm getting in rooms. Like for example, Eddie, you interviewed Eddie, right? Great guy.
Yeah.
He invited me to their like pre-mastermind. It was people doing all $5 million in info products. Well, guess what? I'm not doing $5 million in info products. I put a pause on mine. So,
at Atmosphere?
I don't know where I was, but I was able to go to that event, but I wasn't going to go because I'm struggling and my business was at that, it's not at that, and all these different things. But I talked to myself. I'm like, bro, when you struggle, you isolate. Like, what if we just did the opposite and you connected and you asked for help? And so I feel like for a lot of men, one of the strategies is like, don't isolate, like lean on people and let them know what you're going through, the ones that you can trust, and like connect with them. And a level-headed dude could bring you out of a hole as well, like level-headed proximity. I think the other thing is very basic answers. Like, I stick to my few things daily that make me feel good. So training is a must.
Yeah.
Like physical training. So lifting and sauna, like that stuff is always a must. That pulls me out of a super negative state. And then also another tactic is like, all right, you're in a shitty place. Give yourself a time limit. Like, all right, you can stay here. What's your time limit? And then we still have to go do what we need to do. So giving the shadow self a time limit and being, hey, we're going to sit here for this amount of time and then we're going to start moving. But also, this is another nerdy tool that people would be like, what is this guy talking about? Is there's a term called parts integration. So we have different parts of ourselves, right? So as men, an easy example is like, okay, a part of me wants to settle down with a girl, a part of me wants 5 girls. That means parts are fighting each other, right? They have different parts. And so in your head, you have multiple voices, right? You have like a voice. Sometimes you have a voice that's like really positive for you. It's like you're over D and you're crushing it. And then you have a voice that's more of a judge, like, why'd you do that? And that was stupid, right? We have that. Allow the shadow self to talk. Like instead of pushing it down, like, yo, I don't want to listen to you. Like, that's negative. Stop that. We try to push that part. Bring the shadow self out and be like, all right, you have 5 minutes. What's your rebuttal? Wow. Well, this, and I have this struggles, and I have this, and I have that. What else? And through that a few things happen. One, you give it space to talk. And when you give a part of you space to talk, what tends to happen? Oh, thanks for letting me talk. But if someone's trying to talk and you don't let them talk, what do they want to do? They want to talk more.
Yeah.
So you give it space to talk. You validate it. Like, hey, that makes sense. But as it talks more, you get to see how constructed its view is and how like, oh, that's not really true. So that's what I'm playing with is I identified that I constructed an optimist. Like, you guys see me as an optimist. My core is a pessimist. My core is like, I hate people. My core is like, that's stupid. I don't want to talk to you. Like, that's what I built over that pessimist and optimist. So when the pessimist comes, I'm like, what do you got? Not like, yo, get out of here. It's like, What do you got? Well, I hate this and I hate that. And I think that's a stupid business idea. And that guy's an idiot. What else? And then this and that and that. Is there anything else? Or do you feel complete? Okay. Go sit over there now. We have to bring the optimist back. But giving it space to talk changed my life. And this is what I'm currently working through. So I know that's weird and woo-woo and deep, but this is like psychotherapy that you can do on yourself. You don't need a coach, is let your parts talk. Because no matter how hard you push down that demon in you, he's still running the show. He's still going to fight to get on the council. So you might as well bring him to the council, let him talk, and then have him feel complete.
It's so true, because we always push that devil noise down because it doesn't make us feel good. And then by that, we're ignoring it.
Yeah.
But if you actually think to yourself, like I like my thoughts is, I'm 36 and I thought I'd be married and have kids by now. White picket fence, house, everything. But I'm running around like I'm a bachelor. I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing with your life? Like, should you not be settling down and progressing with life? But then I look around, everyone's like that. Isn't it? Don't you think everyone is like that now? Everyone, even at 36 or whatever, everyone's still single. Everyone's still dating.
Yeah, we live in a different world.
We live in a different world, right? So then I kind of realign myself thinking everyone's doing the same. Everyone's trying to find something to settle down with. It's just becoming more difficult. Like all my cousins are older than me. I'm the youngest and they're all still single. So yeah. So feel it is what you're saying.
Feel it, but give all parts a space to talk.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean they're right.
Yeah.
But give them space to talk, because when you try to push them down and tell them to screw off, they're just going to want to talk more. So, and then another thing that's really helped me out, going back to like two voices, is these are two identities that I now make my students aware of, including myself. That's really changed my life. Is you have the judge and you have the scientist. So the judge in your head is like, that's a stupid idea. That business will never work. Don't post that content. What are they going to think of you? We all have that judge that maybe even stops you from doing the thing before you even do the thing. But if you can start inviting the identity of a scientist, what does a scientist do? They look at everything as an experiment. You post a video, it doesn't go the way you want to go. You go, I ain't going to try that one again. But you don't be like, you suck, your content's terrible. You're like, oh, I'm just collecting data. So scientists, they collect data. They anticipate that things aren't going to go the way that they wanted to go. But the big one is they don't let the data dictate their value as a human being. A scientist doesn't do an experiment. It blows up in his face and he goes, I'm a bad scientist. He doesn't say that. He goes, oh, let me try another experiment. So that's changed my life, and it's changed my students' life, because now people are like, I posted the podcast. It was messy, but I did it. Or Nick, I started my YouTube channel. I didn't really know what I was doing, but I did it. Nick, I started creating content. I didn't really know what I was doing, but I did it. And I'm chalking it up as an experiment, and I'm having fun with it. Changed my life, because we put so much pressure on ourselves that we need to have like a winning streak and we need to bat perfectly. And that's just not the case. And so I have more compassion when I like launch an offer, when I launch a funnel, and maybe the conversion rate is shit. I'm like, oh, nice experiment, versus like, you're an idiot. You're a terrible marketer. It's a total different life.
Yeah. So true. Scientists don't think I'm a piece of shit because the experiment went wrong, but we do. We're super self-critical. Super self-critical.
And you would never talk to your boy the way that you talk to yourself.
Never.
And that needs to be worked on. Everybody can relate to that. It's like, you would never talk to your sister the way that you talk to yourself. You're way more loving to everybody else. Now it's time to give the same love that you give other people, you have to give to yourself. That's a big one.
The thing is, when you go into these holes, you can't call it depression, can you? Does depression exist? Do you believe depression exists?
It's so funny what the bald man did to us, because I can hear Tate. It's not real. I can hear him. You're in the head.
Crazy. And the thing is, you know, I'm close with them, and within his inner circle, they've all said, look, obviously it exists, right? Obviously depression exists. But what they're saying is, try not to believe that it exists.
It's interesting.
But then again, you're saying
That's a performance too, by the way. There's a lot of performance there.
You're saying, yeah, of course, of course. Like I've questioned a lot of things, and they're like, yeah, but what we're trying to say is this. Okay, got it. But you're also saying that you should give yourself a time limit of getting out of that hole. But like, what if that time limit is too short and you haven't finished feeling it? Don't you then feel like a failure?
No, I think that part of you that's depressed, that part of you that feels insecure, it's like, bring it up, let it talk, feel it, and then be like, okay, I got to go to the gym, or I got to go take an action. But he's going to come back up.
Yeah.
So you're going to go feel it again.
Yeah.
So I don't think there's like a right or
Got
wrong
it.
to how much time.
Got
I
it.
just think it's like, when that part of you is alive, hear it out.
Yeah. And
let it process and validate it. Because a lot of us as kids, we didn't have parents or the upbringing of the environment to allow us to like process emotions, you know? And some people think that's stupid, but I've seen millionaires and billionaires who like have all the superficial stuff, yet like they're still dead inside and they're still struggling, and they don't know what it is, because they didn't really have the tools to like process emotions and the things that they were dealing with. And so one of the big breakthroughs for me, because I was so used to, like I mentioned earlier, I was so used to always like finding the gift and reframing and like getting out of the situation, where I lost just like holding yourself there. So give me something that like was hard for you, like a really challenge for you. it's like challenging for you.
By the way, did you have a good 2025? I had a very challenging 2025.
I had a challenging 2025 as well.
I think we all did. A lot of people I speak to said it was very challenging. Yeah. And everyone, have you had people connect it to the Chinese New Year? Oh, it was the year of the rat or something like that. I'm like, I don't know. Do you believe in that shit?
I don't know.
Okay.
But we're supposed to go into the year of the horse, so that means making some cash. So
yeah, everyone says that. Everyone says that.
Dollar bills.
Yeah, everyone says that.
So if the cash comes in, I believe in Chinese technology. Just give me an example, like something so you mentioned earlier, like I struggle. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I'm 36, I should be.
Yeah, I should have found the girl that I want to settle down with and progress with life.
Yeah. So that example. So usually Nick's strategy, when someone would say that, whether it was a best friend or a client, I would immediately go to the solution. I'd be like, well, you could do this and you could do that. Versus just going, yeah, buddy, that must be really challenging. I see you. It's all good. I totally understand. You feel me right now?
It's basically, it is what it is.
But also letting you hold it. Like I'm not trying to rush towards a solution. I'm not trying to rush towards a strategy. I'm just gonna be like, yeah, bro, I see you. Men we just want to be seen. Everybody wants to be seen. But imagine if I totally disregarded that and I just went to the solution. I wouldn't be able to share a moment with you like that. I'd just be like, yeah, bro.
You're not seeing
them.
This is why you do so well with women. That's
do
what
I?
Want.
That's a perception.
That's what women,
where are they at?
That's what women want. They say, oh, he sees me.
I guess.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I create safety. But I'm just not out there. I'm isolating.
But because I felt that.
You did, right?
I felt that.
It was totally different.
Yeah, it was totally different. I was like, oh, damn, I feel better. Like it almost reassured me of like, yeah, dude, like it is what it is. That's just life. Everyone's got issues.
It's okay.
And you didn't even say a word.
No strategy.
You didn't say a word, and in my mind, I fixed the problem. Yeah, it's all good. Like, you know, it is what it is.
Like, it's not wrong.
If you don't get married,
no right or wrong.
If you don't get married by 30, you get married by 40. If you don't get married by 40, you get married at 50. There's no right or wrong. It's your life.
Yeah. But also just validating your, like, hey, there's nothing wrong with that.
And isn't that funny that I made all that calculation in my head from you just going, yeah, bro, I see you.
That's it.
Crazy.
So that's a breakthrough for me is transformation is less about strategy and it's more about loving and just seeing someone.
Yeah.
And just holding them where they need to be held.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's been crazy for me.
You hungry?
Yeah.
Huss? Let's go eat, my brother. Are you still like a big celebrity in China?
Yeah, but the U.S.-China relationship is not so hot. So I haven't been there in a while. The only thing that I can control right now is I have a Chinese TikTok that like I just keep posting and staying relevant.
So what, visa-wise, you can't go there?
No, I can, but the economy and like I'm the only American speaker in the past 2-3 years that's been able to come back and have that much success. Everybody else just couldn't survive the market because the market's not that good. But bro, before COVID, I used to go to China. I'd be there for 2 weeks. I did like 10 events.
Yeah, I know.
It was crazy.
I know.
It was crazy.
Bro, you were a huge celebrity in China.
Yeah.
I remember you walking around with your Prada sunglasses. Remember those Prada sunglasses?
I still got them.
You walk around with Prada sunglasses. You walk out business class on the plane. You have your head up and shit. You were like
Gucci scarf.
Yeah.
I'm saying it's still.
You were such a diva there. You were such a diva. The attitude, like not even
no
smiling.
attitude.
Yeah, well, not even smiling, just head up. You know what I mean?
Chilling. But it's cool because in China, I get to be like Ronaldo, and then I come here and like I'm not. And it's like
no, you're not Ronaldo here. Well, people come up to you here, right?
Yeah, but I'm saying in China, I'm like A-list celebrity.
Wow.
And then here, I get to experience both lives.
Damn.
But Ronaldo has to deal with it all the time.
All the time. Yeah, he has to isolate all the time. He said it in the podcast, like, you don't want this life. Trust me.
Yeah.
You don't want this life. He's over it. You can see he's over it.
Yeah.
But bro, you have to remember this. You have an amazing life. You have an incredible life. You know that.
Yeah.
You have an amazing life. You get to do a lot of things that people wish they could do. Even I've got an amazing life. You know, we're in a bubble. We are the creators. The rest of the world are consumers.
Mm.
We are in the 1% of the world that create. Everyone else consumes. So with that comes responsibility, has to come with discipline, but there's also a responsibility that God has given you. Think about how many lives you've changed. Think about how much hope you've given people. You know what I mean? Like, you are a gift that needs to do what you need to do because it's not for you, it's God's plan. But, you know, you need to, God's plan. God's plan. Cue the song. Wait, editors, cue the song.
God's plan. God's plan.
Enough. So yeah, it's you're doing God's work, you know, and yeah, man, it's heavy on the shoulders, but it's necessary.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, but you know this anyways, right? But you need to be reminded sometimes,
of course,
because you've got more of an impact on the world than I do. You know that? You've helped more people in the world than I have. You've given more hope to people than I have. You know what I mean? Your impact is much greater than me. So there's a level of responsibility on you, and that's why you are where you're going. But bro, you got a great life. You got a great life.
Yeah.
Like the shit that you do, I'll be like, fuck. But look, it just goes to show we all go through it. You know, we all go through the ups and downs. And this is my theory. Okay, are you ready for my theory? There's a line. It's called equilibrium. Okay, you feel nothing. You feel nothing. You don't feel good. You don't feel bad. Below the line, you feel bad. These are negative thoughts, negative feelings. Above the line, you feel good, right? Positive thoughts, positive feelings, right? The reason why people get stuck here is because they feel something. People would rather be here than be at equilibrium. Because when they're at equilibrium, they don't feel anything, so they don't feel alive. But when you feel below it, even though it's negative thoughts and negative feelings, you stay there rather than being here because you feel something, so you feel alive. So the trick to it all is to always try to stay positive and feel the positivity instead of the negativity. That's why depression exists, because people get addicted. And people like, you're trying to solve your addiction. Like, do you know how much I've suffered for this? I'm not going to let go of this. I'm going to hold on to this hard. Do you know how much I've suffered for this? For how many years I've suffered for this? And I'm going to let you come and take that away?
Yeah.
You know? So that's why. And, you know, I say this because I saw my mum. My mum was super depressed, wouldn't get out of bed. My sister was 10 years younger than me, so I would have to pick her up from school and stuff. And I seen that she was always choosing to feel depressed rather than happy. And she taught me not to lead that life, and that's why I'm positive.
I know that.
So, yeah. But I'll tell you something. I haven't cried since I was 14 years old.
Really?
I don't know how to cry. That's probably not healthy, is it?
No.
That's not healthy. I should be able to
Have you
cry.
ever done like breath work or something?
Yeah. Didn't cry.
Like somatic breath work?
Don't know what somatic is.
Like really intense breath work. Like,
Yeah, from your thing and then you yell.
you never cried though.
No, I didn't cry.
You've done psychedelics?
Yeah.
What kind?
Mushrooms and LSD.
Really?
Never cried.
Interesting.
But I mean, do I need to cry?
don't
People grieve differently. People get
Yeah.
sad differently.
Yeah, look at Erica Kirk. Can we cut that? Can we cut that one out?
Definitely not cut that out. Look at look how sad Erica Kirk is. Jumping out of stadiums and book tour. Yeah, book tour and, you know. All right. You know what? I got a little bit excited with that one, but if I had kept that one and I would have been like, trust me, we would have been in profit. The buy that we did.
Back in the beginning.
We're back in profit. Okay, we are back in profit. All right. I don't know if they can see it. 1,100. We are back in profit. And we're going to close this profit. We're going to close that position because we're not greedy.
He's going to buy me
Because we're not
shawarma.
greedy. We're not greedy. Okay? We're not greedy. We take money off the table. All right? And I'm going to buy you shawarma with that. By the way, great shawarma.
I'm excited.
Great shawarma. We're going to have a feast. You know, there's a line from Eminem's song called, he says, I've been losing for so long in my life that I'm almost uncomfortable winning. I feel that. Do you feel that?
Yeah. Yeah, almost like wait for shit to go bad.
Yeah.
When it's going good.
Yeah, it's like, why is it going good? It shouldn't be going good. Right? Like, I'm a loser and all my life I've been a loser. So it should be continuously going wrong.
I think it makes me respect the season of winning more.
Yeah.
I like respect money more these days.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like a lot more.
Same.
Yeah.
Same. I used to throw it.
Yeah.
You as well?
Yeah.
I used to throw
I
it.
burned a lot of cash.
Yeah.
For sure.
And now I respect it.
I think that's good.
It's good to be like that.
Yeah.
Man, we're growing. Like, we're doing it. Go on, bro. Like one day me and you're going to be 60. And we're going to be watching this and be like, look how young we were. And we've kind of documented our growth.
Yeah.
Of like what we've experienced. You know, I mean, you know, that's what we, you know, you just did the podcast with AB Talks.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, you cried, right? And, you know, crying is really good for views. So, I mean, I'm not sure if you can,
cry real quick.
just like, you know, just act like you're going to cry or something. Where did he touch you? Oh, Lord. Yeah, I mean, listen, it's just two friends sitting in the car talking shit. Okay, you guys don't have to watch if you don't want to. Okay, this is not a proper interview. It's just us catching up.
Yeah. You caught me at a good time.
Shed some tears for us.
I ain't got nothing right now.
What do you mean?
I'm in a good state, right?
Yeah?
Yeah.
So
Solid.
I feel like you're out of the hole, bro.
Yeah?
I don't feel like you're in any hole. I feel like you're holding some of the trauma of the hole. Like, fuck, that was tough.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like you're okay.
Yeah, I'm good.
You went through something crazy in your life as well that not a lot of people go through. You lost a brother.
Yeah.
To heroin.
Yeah.
Does that still haunt you?
No. It's, bro, the, like, dark shadow voice is coming out in the sense of, like, it's crazy. After, like, a couple of years, like, I don't really think about it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And it's kind of screwed up, but it's like,
No, it's not.
I don't really think
healthy.
about my brother much.
No, it's healthy.
Yeah.
I lost my cousin when he was 35.
Yeah.
I don't think I've started. It's healthy. It's the way you're supposed to do it. Your brain is a beautiful thing where it puts new memories and pushes the old memories back.
Yeah. So
you think about it. Does your brother, if your brother's watching over you right now, is he thinking, hey,
think about
stop being happy, bro. I need you to be upset that I'm not around every day. Would he say that to you?
It's good. Yeah, no.
No.
Wouldn't.
He'd say, yo, Don't think about it. Keep living it. You're making me proud. I'm
Yeah.
so proud of you. I'm watching you. Just keep going. Keep killing it. Don't be holding that upset.
Yeah. It's a good perspective.
You know?
For sure.
He wouldn't want that. So why you want to do that to...
Yeah, I think too, the human experience is so wild.
Yeah.
People are here and then they're not.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like every day I'm like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Like in the video game.
How old were you when you died?
How old was I?
Yeah.
It's 20, like 24, 25.
And do you feel like after that, your life just started going up and up, or was it going up and up from before that?
No, still up and down. It's still up and down.
When did you start hitting huge growth to buy the houses, to make money, blah, blah, blah? Was it before you died?
No, after.
Okay. I have a theory,
All right.
and I've seen this a lot in podcasts because I've done over 100 podcasts. When somebody that you love dies, mother, father, brother, somebody very close, good things happen for that person. I always go, fuck, his mum died, shit. But then I go, watch him because he's going to start flying. I don't know if there's something where in the other world, they then start looking over you and protecting you and making you grow and lining everything up for you. I don't know. But I had a median, I had the top 4th median in the Median Institute of America on the podcast. And she said, I can see that your granddad is watching over you and he is curving people that shouldn't be in your life away from you. And, you know, you might think it's rejection, but rejection is God's protection. And I'm telling him to give you some breathing space and to stay away from you so you are able to establish some growth, because he's not allowing you to grow with him being on top of you and making sure everything works out. So then I'm giving the perspective that my granddad is watching me and putting the right people away from me and bringing the right people towards me. Do you feel like your brother have you ever thought about this, that your brother from the other world is lining things up for you?
Yeah. Yeah. In the sense that I think, I don't know how long, maybe 1 or 2 years after my brother passed away, Ryan brought me into the rehab as a owner. Right. So Ryan saw me on stage at Tony Robbins, and then he was like, hey, in honor of your brother, I want to bring you into as an equity partner.
Yeah.
So I think that was a blessing from Mike, that he brought me into equity in the center in Washington. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah. Well, thank you for that.
What does that mean? Like when things go bad, we have to like sacrifice someone?
Yeah.
Who's next? We need some momentum.
Mom, are you free tonight? Can you come over? Mom, you just stand in the... Why is there plastic everywhere?
Why is there a circle of candles and...
Yeah. Why is it so... Well, it's going to be a sacrifice, Mom. Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah, I thought about that often, actually.
Well, I was with... This would be a good guy to get you on the podcast. But I have a client, his name's Pete Doyle. And he... venture capitalist, right? So, I guess like... What do venture capitalists do?
They raise money and invest it.
Yeah. So I've been coaching him since like 2020, and I've got to see him at like his very lowest. And then just the other day he's renting a house in the Palm, crazy amount of rent.
Yeah. It's VC.
Yeah. So now he's crushing it. And he gave me an insight that was really, really valuable. When they're hiring people for their firm or whatever it is, they ask them more about like, what were the times where you lost out all of it? And they want to know more about those character building moments when you like lost all your money. And these guys are older, right? These guys are 50. The other guy then there was like 70. And I was like, oh, I'm 29 and I've had my ups and downs in business. And they were like, you're going to lose your ass like three times. Like you're going to lose everything like at least 2-3 times. He's like, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just that sense of comfort, because again, I was under this illusion that everybody just goes and they're just like crushing it all the time and they never lose it, because nobody talks about losing it. They only talk about when they're printing. So it just gave me a sense of like grace and compassion for myself. I'm like, oh, there's nothing wrong with me as a man and an entrepreneur if I like lose my ass a couple times.
Yeah, I think it's natural. And I think our life is like the charts. There's going to be retracements. You're not supposed to go up in a single line. There's supposed to be retracements. And when everything is going so good and it's a bull market, then you got to get suspicious. You got to be like, yo, there should be a retracement coming soon. You know?
Are you buying crypto right now? Hold it down.
With what?
Liquid. Is there any
With
liquid?
what? There's no liquid.
Okay,
There's
respect.
no liquid.
Respect. Is it funny how we don't have liquid or powder when the time's to buy?
Yeah, because when it's good, I'm like, I'm not selling. I'm fucking, you know, it's going to go up. My boy's like, you buying? I was like, with what? He's like, sure.
Respect. With what? Yeah, I'm putting a few dollars here and there. That's so funny. With what?
With what?
My dry powder's gone.
Yeah, it's in.
I spent it when I was up.
It's in it. It's in it right now. I didn't take it out. That's what we should have done. But anyway,
what are you invested in? Like crypto-wise?
All of it, yeah. I'm huge in Solana. I bought Solana when it was $9.
Solana's my biggest horse.
Same.
$9.
I bought Solana when it was $9. Yeah.
When?
Yeah. Not long ago, like 3 years ago, maybe. Wasn't that long ago. Yeah, I'm a bit of a OG. Look, they've got Sheikh Hamdan's photo on it.
Are they allowed to do that?
Yeah, because bro, he comes here all the time.
Should we? Oh, it's just a drive-through?
Yeah, they come here. Hosk, are you able to go and knock and see if they're there?
We just leave the car here? What? There's people behind us.
No, it's fine. They're going to the mosque. This is the best shawarma you ever had.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you recommend? I know.
Well, let's just hope they're open.
Oh, it's Ramadan. Should I come down and let them put... Oh, it's closed.
Damn, that sucks.
You want to go eat somewhere, though?
Yeah, we can. Damn, that sucks.
I guess it's closed.
Or do you think they've gone to the mosque?
Yeah, maybe.
Mosque?
Because it's Ramadan.
Yeah, and they're probably gone to the mosque there. Do you think they'll come back? Wait, do you see food inside or no?
Nothing inside.
Like there's chicken, there's nothing on the shawarma thing? There's nothing rotating?
I see nothing.
Nothing.
I want to check again. Just
okay. Damn, that sucks.
They're allowed to put fazal in there?
Yeah. But Fazal comes here often.
Does he?
Yeah. That's your boy.
He's a G.
Isn't that crazy? That's your boy?
It's not my boy.
That's not your boy?
I wish.
Oh, after half an hour. After half an hour.
It says because of the praying they close.
I know.
Half an hour.
I know. What should we do? We're not going to wait for half an hour.
No. We can just go eat. It's all good.
It's all good?
Drop me off.
All right. Hoss, let's go back to Nick's house.
But yeah, just that it's nice that to be around ballers that like lost their ass a couple times.
Yeah, it's part of the game.
Yeah.
It's part of the game. I know a lot of people that you and I both know that are struggling in Dubai. They were doing well and now they're selling everything. It's weird. It's a weird thing. It's a weird thing where
there's different markets,
up
right?
and down. It goes up and down. That's my boy right there. Didn't know
Yeah.
he lives here. Yeah, he owns the gyms, the Train SF. Yeah, it goes up and down. What are you working on next?
Yeah, so Podfest is a big one.
Yeah.
So it's a long-term game. But yeah, getting back into the digital side of things.
Yeah.
So I created, essentially my funnel looks like, I surveyed my audience and people want to know how like I'm so confident and how I've built like self-trust in myself.
Yeah.
Very interesting data. So I've created, it's launching soon, but I've created a 30-day self-trust sprint. So basically you buy, it's like $27 or $47, and then every day it's like a 5-minute thing that like It's like a psychological frame that just gets people to move. Because what I've realized is a lot of people are knowledge rich, implementation poor. So they have a bunch of knowledge, but they just can't seem to execute, or they don't have the like right psychological framework to be willing to execute. And then on the back of that, I've created what we call our mental toughness lab, which is a premium training ground where it's like, it's not a typical course and calls. It's where we set you out into the real world to go get evidence, to go like, we challenge you to go do shit.
Yeah.
So who knows?
Nice. I like that.
Optimizing the funnel.
Yeah, I like that.
A mental performance lab, like a peak, like a premium gym for your brain.
You know, something that I seen with you is I remember when you were doing the deal with HP.
Mm-hmm.
And you were going back and forth and you were negotiating with them. And you threw yourself in there even heavier, where you were like, yeah, cool, and I'll do this as well, and I'll do that. And I was like, bro, do you want to do that? You're throwing yourself in there to actually do more work, and you're putting yourself up for risk where if there's no results, you don't get paid. And you said, yeah, my mentor taught me, throw yourself in a position like that, like a sink or swim, and then you'll swim.
This ain't HP. This is another B.
Well, another company.
Yeah. I remember what you're talking about now.
Yeah. You threw yourself in there and made it very high risk for yourself, where if you don't hit this number, then you don't pay me.
Yeah.
And I was like, bro, why are you doing that? Take the money. And you're like, no, my mentor said to me, throw yourself in there and you'll swim. You'll sink or swim, and you'll swim. People avoid difficulty in life, right?
Mm-hmm.
People avoid difficulty. People avoid that. People just want the money and just go, listen, if you get the results, you get the results. But you threw yourself in there heavy, which are very highly respected, because a lot of people avoid it.
Yeah.
I had no question. I was just really giving you observation.
Yeah, no.
I really respect you about that.
I appreciate it. I think also, you get to a certain level where like some money doesn't excite you.
Hmm.
So you're like, I might as well go for a swing. Like, okay, what am I going to lose? You can't kick me down the hole any deeper than I am.
Yeah.
Like, and I feel like the moment you feel like you lost the deal, you already lost the deal.
Yeah.
So I think people are scared.
Yeah.
And so that's what's nice about hitting rock bottom multiple times.
Yeah.
Is you're willing to swing because you're like, I've already been there.
Yeah.
So like, what the hell? I might as well risk it and try to close a deal I've never tried to close before. Or
Yeah.
hit a target that I've never tried to hit before. Because I already know what eating shit feels like.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you want some water? Yeah. I feel ya. I mean, so necessary to hit rock bottom. And it's about, didn't you even said it? Nelson Mandela said we never lose, we either win or learn.
Yeah.
You said this once. I remember. You were on a stage, you were talking. I was like, damn, that was a crazy speech right there.
I'm going to just tell him I'll be home in 10.
So what are you going to do with the women's situation? Are you dating? Are you seeing other girls? Or are you just isolating?
I haven't been with a girl in 9 months.
Isolating.
Yeah. I haven't been with anyone in 9 months. And I think I also isolate because it proves the belief that it's hard.
Uh-huh. So you tell yourself, I'm right, it is hard.
Yeah, but I'm isolating. So it's like I'm not even out there.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go join. I like gym girls.
How did you go in Bali?
Huh?
How did you go in Bali with girls?
I was only focused. I was only focused on that one. It's locked in.
But if you weren't focused on that one, did you?
I think it's better there.
It's 100%, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 100% better.
I'm going there tonight.
Yeah.
You want to go? 12 p.m. midnight. Etihad flight.
How long are you going for?
10 days.